Danette James, and this is The Power of Eight. Today we're going to talk about changing of the tides. I have two great friends here with me, Lisa and Amanda. Thank you for coming. All right, ladies, tell me about yourself, names, maybe ages if you want to give that out, kids.
You go first.
My name is Lisa. I am 40, divorced with 3 boys.
And I am Amanda. I am 37 and I am divorced and remarried with 4 lovely children.
Okay, tell me something fun about yourself that no one might know. Or something fun that somebody does know that you want the world to know.
No, I don't know.
Okay, do you know something fun about her or something different nobody might know?
It's a family show.
Oh my. How about Amanda? You know something about Amanda?
No,
I will tell you something about Amanda
Again, this is a family show.
that can go along with the family show. Amanda had a surprise wedding. Like, she's like, oh, come over for a housewarming party. And you show up and she's getting married. Who does that?
Amanda.
Amanda. So that's something cool about Amanda. Lisa is a mom of 3 boys and works really hard with 3 boys. So I am a mom of 6, ages 26 to 11. You all know this. 5 girls, 1 boy who's the youngest, 2 stepsons, a son-in-law, a daughter-in-law, and 3 grandkids. That's my crazy family right now. And I'm currently not married, engaged. All right, so tell me about your families. Like, what's the dynamic?
It is me and my boyfriend. My oldest is 15, 13, 8, and a dog.
Well, I have 4. My oldest is 18, newly 18 at that. I have almost 16, 12, and 8. I have 2 dogs and a cat.
And a James.
And a James, who is my lovely husband, and he is truly out of this world.
So Amanda's husband and my fiance Wes get along really great, but they're kind of obnoxious together. So we try not to have them party a lot together.
I personally like it when they party together.
It's kind of crazy. All right, so empty nesting, changing of the ties, that's what we're going to kind of talk about. I feel like I have 2 kids that are grown, although my 21-year-old still lives with me. And I have a 17 and a 16-year-old that in a year and a half, they're going to be going to college. So I'm going to have gone from 6 kids at home to 2. And that's going to be like a reality check for me. And actually, it makes me kind of sad. So what do you guys think about, like, you know, we had babies together. All of us did. And I remember thinking, I'm sure you did, like, are we ever going to get past, like, these babies and be able to have a minute and take a nap and, you know, not be bothered? So now it's different for me, where, like, I could go in my bedroom and they don't talk to me all night. I mean, not until the next day. So how do you guys feel? Like, what's the dynamic with you guys? Like, how do you feel about, like, they're leaving and life's changing in a different direction?
I don't think that anything ever really prepares you for it. So, you know, when you are having a baby and everybody's like, oh, the sleepless nights and, oh, you know, the diapers and the wipes and, you know, formula is so expensive and, you know, finding a babysitter. Like, that's not hard. And
No.
when they get to be a teenager and then they become a young adult and, you know, they get summoned for jury duty and they're literally been 18 for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you're like, my kid can barely, you know, cook something in a microwave, and now my child's supposed to determine somebody's fate on a jury.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of, nothing really prepares you for it.
I agree.
Yeah, you're definitely, I feel more afraid, like, as a mom for my kids, now that they're older, than I did when they were little. I could protect them from, you know, marbles on the floor and choking, or, you know, I can cut their chicken nuggets up. When they go out to the big bad world, there's literally you set them free.
Yeah.
You don't really, nothing prepares you for that. No book, there's no manual, there's no,
And not a lot of people talk about it because I don't know why, but there should be more people to talk about it because it's sometimes really heartbreaking that you're going to go from, you're going to go from 2 quickly, from 4 to 2 quickly like I am, and it's hard. What do you think, Lisa?
I think my children are never going to leave. Actually, it's funny because my boyfriend, who has only lived with me for 6 months, came from a condo by himself with no children, no animals, just himself. He came home from work, watched TV, went to bed, got up. It was quiet. It was always quiet. My house is never quiet. And every now and again, he'll look at me and he'll say, "They're always here." And I said, "Yeah, they are always here.
That's
They're
what happens
never
with
leaving.
kids, yeah.
They're this is what this is."
Yeah.
And he's like, "We are always going to be surrounded." And I said, "Yeah, pretty much."
Well, it does seem like that now, especially because Bryson's, what, like 8?
Bryson's 8.
So you are a little different because you don't have a senior yet or any that left. But once Bryson and Ellie get even a little bit older, like Madden, who's 11, like they are just in their own world,
Right.
and it will get quiet because they're gonna be like, I'm going to my room to be on my phone or play video games, and you're gonna be like, what happened? Like a minute ago, I had 6 little kids running around. I was running in 50 different directions, and now it's like settled down and it is quiet, and it's kind of eerie. Especially when I used to do daycare, and she used to do daycare, and we had double the kids running around. So it's weird. It's hard.
Sometimes I forget the teenagers are home
Yeah,
because they're downstairs and
they do whatever.
I told Caden a couple weeks ago when I was going through a rough patch with him being 15 and
Get ready to go.
getting ready to be 16 and starting to be a little unreliable and unresponsible. And when he was 2 or 3, I remember it being so hard at 2 and 3. Like, oh my, the worst thing. Like, I can't take a nap. All you want is a sippy cup. I'm constantly running after you. This cannot get any harder.
Wrong.
And it gets so much harder, and the stakes are so much higher.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, I wish I could go back to when my biggest issue was putting juice in your sippy cup.
Definitely. Oh yeah, I agree.
Not making sure you pass 10th grade, or making sure that you're not hanging out with the wrong
people.
kids.
Yeah. I also think like now I have to like make an effort to text them to come in my room or like physically get up and go downstairs and be like, hey, what are you doing? How was your day? And like have a conversation with them. That's also like odd and just not used to that. It's weird. So what do we do now? Now that like our kids are older and we're not like mommy anymore, we're mom or whatever they want to call us. And so what do we do? Like, I think I need to find some hobbies. YouTube's gonna be my hobby. Work, I work a lot more. I mean, what do you think you guys would do? Like when you're down to 2 kids and they're older and don't care?
I don't know.
Travel. Can I travel?
You can travel, but like you have to work a lot to be able to, like you gotta work hard to play hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have been what seems like a career student my entire life. And recently going back to school, so by the time that my oldest is gone, probably graduated college, I'll probably be graduating at the same time. And I don't know, I thought about going back to work full time. I thought about keeping it where I'm at and maybe doing, like she said, traveling. You work your whole life to prepare for when you're older, and I don't know what I want to be when I grow up.
So we've all basically been moms, myself since I was 16, and you guys both young. So we've been moms our whole life. That's all we know. I mean, we've all worked here and there, but we don't really have hobbies because we didn't have time for hobbies. So these are like all new things that moms like us have to learn, and I think it's hard. And how do you even like figure out what you like? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what I like. So that sounds odd, but it's kind of true. Anything?
My job is to take my kids to sports practice and
Yeah.
make them dinner.
Your job
and
is to be a mom.
do laundry.
Yeah.
And,
I think that, like, now that our kids are older and we can go do more things, that we, like, need each other as friends. And do you guys feel like that's important?
Oh, yeah.
That's definitely one lesson that I've learned about growing into, when you were younger, you wanted to have like a room full of people, and now to me, now that I'm older, like that many people, is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
and I read this saying, like 6 months ago, and I've been trying to instill it in my children, that I'd rather have 4 quarters rather than 100 pennies.
Yes.
Agree, yes.
And you think about it, when you have all this change in your wallet, right? What's the first thing you're trying to get rid of? You're trying to get rid of those
Pennies.
pennies because they don't really add anything to your worth.
Yeah.
But you want to keep those quarters around. And I'm fortunate that I have some really good quarters.
Yeah.
And
It's a really good saying.
It is, yeah.
you really that's what you need when you grow older, because when you have these life challenges such as your kids moving out and you're being faced with going from 4 kids to 2 or 6 to 2, or when you're moving in these directions and facing these challenges, it's your truly good friends that add worth to your life that you're going to want to go to for advice and for
Yep.
for help with these things.
Yeah. I mean, sadly, when you become our age-ish and your kids are growing up, you do see who your real friends are, especially like during struggling time. And you really have, like you said, like get rid of the pennies, so you have to get rid of like the bad seeds, I guess is what you would call it. And that can be hard too, getting rid of the people who may have been in your life for a long time. So I think that's important, but to have like a good small core group of friends, I think is necessary.
It's definitely I know it's gotten me through life challenges. I know it's gotten you through
Yeah.
life challenges, and I know for a
Yeah.
fact it's gotten you through life challenges. And the one thing that I know that's always remained a constant is you've always been there and you've always been there. And that really it brings you through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's totally right. I don't really know that I need new friends or that I have time for new friends. But with our kids, like,
Time for new
getting
friends.
like a little bit older, like, Madden's gonna go to middle school, so that brings like new people. And then you might get into a hobby that then opens up new friends. What do you guys like think about? And like coworkers, like you have coworkers that are new friends.
I do.
And I do too. But let's say we were like needing to actually go make new friends, like you didn't meet people at work. Like how would we even go about doing that?
I don't
Like
even
we're not
wanna
gonna be in
think
some like
about
little
that.
mommy's
Me
like
neither.
play group, because we don't have that anymore. So what do we go to a bar? Do we? I don't know. It's just something like to think about. If we didn't have a core group of friends, where would people meet?
Where do you
I
go
would
make-
be,
make
I
friends?
could not imagine being my age and not having
At least somebody.
Right. I
my
mean,
friends.
Yeah.
Like, I've gotten to 40, if I don't have friends at 40, like if I don't have best girlfriends at 40, I have done something wrong
Yeah.
somewhere.
Some people I think are like a little introverted, so maybe
Maybe.
they're not like us. I don't even know. I mean, maybe that's something we have to like research. Where do you meet new people? I think it would be like with hobbies. Like if you were like an artist or you were into dance or whatever it was.
yeah, if you like to go do sports or bowling
Yeah.
or. I
Speaking of
can't
bowling,
imagine that we're going bowling, but if we did, we could make friends.
you say that, but my aunt, who was not 60 yet, she's on a bowling league, and I made fun of her the other day. I'm like, that's for old people. She's like, I'm old. I don't know that I'm gonna
not.
be. No, she's not. But so she meets people in her bowling league.
Okay.
So maybe that's something. I know also my aunt, same aunt, was in the Red Hatters.
Oh, yeah.
They are, right? So at age 40,
Yeah.
you can
Stop.
be a Purple Hatter. We should make our own group like that.
I don't want to wear a hat.
We don't have to wear a hat. We can call it something else. Anyway, those are just like thoughts. But maybe we should start a group like that. Stilettos. That's a good one.
I know, right?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know, you guys with your high heels and.
We don't really need new friends, but maybe we could create a group to help people get new friends. I don't know, something about. Okay, anything else that, we're gonna definitely come back on this topic again, this is like, I think, really important to me right now. But anything else that you guys can think of or wanna add, or?
I don't know, this goes back to your like core group of friends. You know, we may not talk, you know, any of us every day. We both have, well, all three of us have crazy lives. We all have jobs. We all have children who play sports. We have to go to the grocery store. We have doctor's appointments. We have dentist appointments. We're all running. But one thing always remains the same, that if I like have some kind of a problem, we may not have spoken in 3 weeks, but I know that I can pick up the phone and I can call either one of you two girls, and we can pick up just like yesterday.
Yep.
And that's
Every time.
Or if I have something important news, or I have something like, I know that I can FaceTime just so that like I can see the reaction on your face, and that's something that's like super important to me as well.
So that goes into, at the end of each episode, we do #blessed, and just, you know, a way to like be thankful for something. And mine is that, you know, I have a small group of friends who are always available. I even have a friend in Florida who I might see once a year. It might be every couple of years, but I know like in the blink of an eye, like she would be there in a second. I also know that with not seeing each other often and not even really talking often, that we literally pick up right where we left off, and that's really important. So that even if your friends live far away, you're somehow still connected. Obviously, social media is a benefit to that, but that is great to have. So that's what I feel like I'm blessed for. What about you guys? Yours can be anything. Doesn't have to be related to this topic.
Well, I am definitely blessed for my friends. I'm blessed for you guys. You all have seen me at my absolute lowest and my highest.
Yeah.
And don't think of me any less or any more for any of it.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't want new friends, because they don't know me. They don't know.
And you don't want to go into the whole backstory of my life and
Right. Like I have friends at basketball, I have friends at work, but they get the one side of me. They don't know who I am.
They get like the gist of who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I'm definitely blessed to have the friends that I have. I'm also definitely blessed to have the relationship with my husband and my kids that I have.
Yeah.
I definitely, you know, that's one thing that, you know, I constantly am trying to learn how to be a better mom, even though I feel like I've been a mom forever. And every day I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it wrong. You know, when the kids make a mistake, you know, I'm trying to teach them, you know, it's okay to make mistakes. That's how you learn, and you gotta learn to fix them. And then on the other hand, I feel like a failure as a parent. So I'm trying, you know, I'm blessed to, you know, to recognize these problems that I'm having, you know, within myself and, you know, inner struggles with relationships, and I'm blessed to be able to recognize that and to know to work on them.
I think a big thing in being a mom is and I've read this, I'm sure you guys have read it, and I've said this before, if you don't feel guilty as a parent or like you're doing wrong, then you're not a good parent.
Absolutely.
And that is the 100% truth. If you feel like, oh, I'm doing everything right, then you are definitely doing something wrong. So I think that is very true. All moms, at least the ones I know, always feel guilty about something. So, all right, well, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. I'm going to have you guys back again because you guys are my best friends ever. I want to thank the viewers for watching this episode. Would definitely like if you guys could, in the comments, tell us how your times are changing, like your thoughts on hobbies, like what you do when your kids are getting older and moving out and you're now kind of at a different place in your life. We would all love to know. Bye! Thank you for watching this episode of The Power of 8 with Danette James. Please like the episode, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell for notification. Thanks and have a great day.